Brittany J, and as you guys can see, we have a special guest today. This is Bakari, aka B Cope.
Yep.
So today, this episode is a little bit different. It's called Millennials Making It Happen. So basically, with this episode, I wanted to do something different and highlight people that I see making movement in the world and making movement in their lives. And I just wanted to highlight these people and give them a chance to introduce themselves to my audience and who they are and stuff, and just us having a conversation. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Bakari introduce himself, tell you guys who he is, what he does, and yeah.
All right, so my name is Bakari Copeland, or you can call me B Cope. So I'm a professional basketball player, actor, songwriter. New to YouTube, so I'll probably say content creator. And I met Brittany when we were kids, probably like second grade, something like that.
Yeah, elementary.
Elementary school for sure.
Definitely
I want to say
elementary school.
Second grade. So yeah, I've been knowing her my whole life, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's great to see the woman she's become, and I'm happy that she's doing this platform to help people and inspire and share her own story as well. So
thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, we literally know each other like forever.
No,
Literally forever. Okay. So before I get into everything, we gotta do icebreakers so we can get you warmed up and stuff.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So I'm just asking you 2 little questions. It's not nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, if you could travel back in time, what would you change?
If I could travel back in time?
Yeah. What would you change?
I would do most of the things that I was thinking about doing now that I thought about doing back then. I would do it when I first thought about it, as opposed to just only focusing on one thing. Because growing up, I was only focusing on basketball.
Yeah.
And I was always interested in acting and making music and stuff like that, and just showing people who I am through things I like to do.
Yeah.
But I was kind of all the way focused on one thing because I want to get at my all. So I wish I was more outgoing to my interests when I was younger.
Yeah. Do you think it was because of maybe the people around you is what made you make that decision to just strictly do basketball?
Nah, that was all me. Like my family, the only people that have any say so in the way I feel like that really moved me on the way that I feel is probably my mom, dad, and my sister.
Yeah.
It's never been friends or peers or anything like that. So they always encouraged me to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I did want to give basketball my 100% at the time. So, but I kind of wish I knew about the process of how things can go if I did just tap into it a little bit here and there, like where I could be now if I started to do things back then. So it was all me for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a learning lesson. That's crazy.
Sure.
I know it's a lot of things we all probably would have changed if we were younger.
You said 2 things, or did you say 1 thing?
Just 1.
All right,
unless you got 1 more. Because you look like you got 1 more. What is it?
I kind of wish I was on. All right, so so if y'all don't know, I preach delay is not denial. And that means the blessing in your life will never dare overdue. Just because what you want to happen in life don't happen when you want it to happen, don't mean it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I wish my mom preached that to me when I was younger. I wish I would have tried to make that a movement growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I would have thought about making that more of a movement like how I'm doing now.
Yeah. It would have helped a lot of people, especially that we grew up with. Ooh, yeah. It would have helped a lot of people. Yeah. Speaking of that, I saw you just got that trademark. And not to get too deep into everything yet, but I saw you got that trademark. That's good. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
That's major. Trademarks take a long time.
They do. It
took a long time to get it. 2 years? Yeah. That's crazy.
I started in 2015, my junior in college, and then didn't get approved till 2017.
That is crazy. So basically, with the trademark, it means that nobody can use that phrase or term on
unless they get
stuff.
Unless they get my approval. But honestly, people still have done it because obviously everybody not gonna look to see if it's trademarked.
Right.
But I'm not the type of person. I'm not like the police with it. If I say hey, you gotta take that down, because I'm still trying to spread the message, and it's a godly message. So I don't want to be true. You feel me? I don't want to be that guy.
True.
to be like, nah, you gotta take off that shirt. Like people do put it on t-shirts and stuff all the time, but
I was gonna ask you that,
I'm also I got a trademark for me. Like
I definitely was gonna tell you. I be seeing people post that. Next
time
I see somebody, I'm gonna let you know. But nah, I get what you mean. That's definitely good when you doing it in the right way. Nothing else matters, you know. Because folks they be out here suing people for using their stuff. So
I ain't even trying to.
It's not that deep. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So moving on. All right. So, my channel is all about just, inspiration, it's peace, it's growth, it's guidance. With everything that you're doing, like with your acting, with rapping, with basketball, like you literally do everything. Do you feel like you are inspiring people out in this world? And if you do, like what ways do you feel like you're inspiring people?
I feel like the biggest thing, I do a lot of stuff, especially stuff that's probably out of my comfort zone that y'all probably wouldn't know is out of my comfort zone, just to inspire other people to do it. Because like I said, I wish I would have did most of the stuff I'm doing now when I was a kid. So I feel like, I hope so that I am. I hope I'm inspiring people to do things that they've been wanting to do that's outside their comfort zone. And for people to not think that it's too late. A lot of people think that, like, when we get to this age, and we're not old at all. We're 27, 28, 26, whatever.
You don't have to tell like, nah, I'm just playing. Nah, I'm just playing.
But people like, look at that age and be like, oh, it's probably too late to chase my dream. Like, it ain't never too late. I feel like it's never too late. And it's going to sound cliche, but it's facts. It's never too late until you're not on this earth no more.
I agree.
Literally, so.
I totally agree. Like, most definitely. It's never too late to do anything. Even, like, when you get older, like, our parents' age, like, when people 50 and 60 and 70, it's people literally like doing things like starting things at that age and really like making it something major. Like, so I think it's never too late. People just gotta get out of their own head for real. Like, I think we're our worst critics. Like, we're our biggest critics, and that's what holds us back in life for real. When we don't really like just step out and try stuff. Yeah,
a lot of it be social media, then a lot of it be people think just because it ain't happening right now, they like, it can't happen.
People don't have patience, and I was the same way, because I feel like when I do something, I feel like I'm supposed to get like results like instantly, and that's not the case. Some people, they just get lucky and things like that happen. But even then, I feel like the people that get lucky, those things don't last forever. Like
most things that come fast really don't.
Yeah, they don't last forever because they didn't really do anything to get to that point. But yeah, I just don't think people have patience, and they just give up when things don't happen like as fast as they expected to.
I struggle with patience a lot too. Like, I preach delays not denial, but I still probably had the biggest problem like being okay with that. You feel me? Because I want everything to happen right now too. Because especially when you working hard on something and you just like, and you're being consistent and all that stuff. Like, you do want things to happen right now. You want the results to come fast, but I probably had the biggest problem understanding delays not denial and being patient, like you said. Like, it's hard. It's definitely easier said than done.
That's good though, because you definitely, if you have that struggle but you still have that phrase like kind of in the back of your head, then it's gonna make you keep going for real. Consistency is the biggest thing, I feel like. Like, if you remain consistent, like, things are gonna happen for you because you aligning yourself like the way you need to align yourself. Like, I don't know, like, just after my fast and everything, like, I've been doing a lot of research, and I've realized like the law of attraction is like so real. Like, things really, like, I don't know, the way stuff works is so crazy, but things will literally line up the way it's supposed to line up when you're doing what you're supposed to do.
That's a fact.
So,
what kind of fast were you doing? I'm doing a fast right now too.
You doing another fast? I was gonna ask you about your fast.
Which
your first fast. So it's not a fast that, it's not lit or anything like that. Like, it's nothing that has a name to it. I just kind of did like a fast where I kind of pulled myself away from doing certain things that I was doing before. So literally the fast was just me tailoring it to how I know I would benefit from it. So I fasted from like doing a lot of things that I was doing before, whether it was smoking, drinking, like even having sex. Like, I fasted from everything. It's crazy, and I thought I know that's how I felt. No, so seriously, like, okay,
you did all that at one time.
One time. And I think that's what allowed me to receive the results that I received. Like, it affected me in such a way that I was not expecting it to, because I thought I was gonna go back and be doing the same stuff that I was doing like right after the fast, but I just felt like if I went back and did that, it was like gonna be for a waste. Yeah. So literally, like, I pulled myself away from like all of those things, and I literally wrote down everything. I was like, I'm not gonna be smoking. I'm not gonna be drinking, but I didn't write down I'm not gonna be having sex. I didn't write that down because I was like, that's too far of a stretch. I'm like,
that's a lot at one time.
I was like, I don't know about that. I said I may consider it, but maybe like a week going on into 2 weeks of the fast, I wasn't having sex. So I'm like, okay, it's not really that bad, you know, like it's not that bad. And as time went on, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna completely just include that in there too, because if I'm not doing all these other things that's really taking my mind and focus on what I need to be focused on, then me having sex will literally like ruin the whole entire fast. Like literally, like I don't know. It just, for me, I was very intentional with like the things that I put on my fast, and doing all of those things. It was very hard, very, very hard, because I was pulling myself away from the world basically. Like I wasn't going out or, you know, hanging around the people that I was hanging around. I wasn't talking to people on the phone, like gossiping, none of that stuff. Like, so it really like made me see everything in just a different like picture. Like, I don't know, it just made me do a whole 180 I was not expecting to. For real, it was crazy.
So like, did something happen to make you be like, I want to fast, or were you just like, I'm a fast? Cause when I fast, it be like, I don't have a problem saying it. Like, God know me. If I fast, that means I want something. Like, not necessarily want something that's like something that won't be good for me, but I fast because I want you to know that I'm dead serious about what I'm telling you that I want. So I fast. That's the reason I fast.
Yeah, that's good. So really, the whole reason behind my fast. So just a backstory, like, you know, fasting, growing up in the church or whatever. They always talk about fast and stuff. And I used to do fast when I was younger, but I didn't never know the purpose of them or the reason for them. I was just doing them because they told us that's what we had to do.
That's how I feel about me getting baptized when I was a kid.
Yeah, that too. That too. So that's why right now, like, I plan on getting baptized again, but I'm going to wait on that. But yeah, with the fast, what you asking me? I forgot.
What made you fast?
Yeah. So with the fast, basically, I felt like it was a lot of stuff like going on in my life. Like I was going through a breakup, but I was probably like maybe 6 months to 8 months in from the breakup, but I was still affected by it because, you know, I have a child or whatever. So I just had a lot of stuff going on, and I was just super stressed out, and I just felt like I wasn't at peace, like, with nothing. I just felt like I just couldn't get any like peace in my life, and that's all I wanted. So really, the fast was like for a peace of mind, like literally for a peace of mind. And it's so crazy. Like I said, the law of attraction is so real, and God really worked in mysterious ways. It's crazy. But literally, like, when I moved into my apartment, you know, you got your Georgia Power bill or whatever, and you can name your bill or whatever. You can name the account. Literally, like, the name of my account is Peace at Home. Mind you, this was way before, because I was going through a breakup at that time when I moved. So I was just super stressed out, and I just was like, I just could not find peace. I was just all over the place. And I literally named my account Peace at Home, not thinking that I was going to turn around like 6 to 8 months later and do a fast and realize that was like what I was going to be needing was peace. And end up, you know, because, you know, my Instagram name first was The Piece of Me Journey, and this YouTube was The Piece of You, so, well, The Piece of Me. But yeah, it's just so crazy how all that stuff like just happened.
That is crazy.
And I was not expecting it to. Like, it was wild, but yeah.
You making your own sign for it. Well, God sent it to you to write your own sign.
It shows up, and what I realized, like, people don't, and it was me too, like, people don't really pay attention, like, with what's going on around them. I think we so distracted by what's going on in our world, by the things that we're consumed of, whether it's our friends, whether it's TV, whether it's going out. We don't really pay attention to what's going on around us. That we miss the signs all the time. That we miss, and they be in your face. I swear. So during my fast, it was just like something woke up on the inside of me and made me realize, like, damn, I done missed so much stuff that I know God been throwing in my face for a long time. I done missed it because I've been too distracted. Like, I haven't been focused. I've been worried about everything else for real but myself, and I don't know, it was crazy. But yeah, that's why I did my fast.
Nah, them fasts be working.
It's crazy. I stand behind fast 100%. I never did them before this for real, but woo, child, that fast really like moved me like in a way I was not expecting it to.
And it teach you a lot about yourself.
Like so much about yourself. I thought I knew who I was as a person. That fast whipped me up and said, "You thought?" Like,
you
thought you was that person. That's not you at all. So yeah, I really just been working on me like during this time and just figuring out who I am and what it is I need out of this world and what I can give to this world for real. Because we all have something to give to the world. It's just about us knowing what that is.
That's a fact.
And I didn't know what that was at first. But also, too, I realized, let me stop making this about me. But I think the things that you do, like in your past, it kind of leads you into a pathway of what you're supposed to be doing. But if you're mindful and paying attention to that, you'll realize it like sooner or later. But you got to really dig deep within yourself to really know what that is. Yeah. Enough about me. Moving on to you. All right. With the industries that you're in, since you're in multiple industries, what do you feel like your biggest struggle is when it comes to that? Start with basketball first.
All right, so doing more individually. All right, so with basketball, the biggest struggle, I don't even like to say the word struggle. It's because it's something that you just got to deal with, like, regardless. So I play overseas. The overseas season normally start from, like, September, and it'll probably go through, like, June or July if you're in the playoffs or whatever. So honestly, the biggest thing is you normally sign 1-year contracts, and you never know when that next contract is gonna come back. So like last year, I did my season from December, and I came back in April because I got hurt, whatever. And literally, you never know when you're gonna sign again. Like, it don't just be like, oh, you're automatically gonna get a job. Like I'm still here now because I'm waiting to see about some teams overseas right now. So you never know. So just. It's that you never know feeling like, I did this on my channel the other day, I was saying, people that work jobs here or whatever you do, that's not like a contract. You know you're gonna wake up and go to your job unless you got fired or terminated or something like that. You know you have a guaranteed job for as long as you hold it out. You feel me? With basketball, it's not like that. It's literally you gotta manage your money right because it's not every day I'm not getting paid, so I gotta save what I got. You know what I'm saying? And may do what I got, but the main thing is you never know after that contract when it's gonna come back. So that's kind of what helped me venture off and doing other things too. Because I'm like, I gotta make more money than just basketball because it's gonna come to an end one day. Can I curse? All right, but it's gonna come to an end one day. Like I know I'm not blind to the fact that basketball can end at any moment. So I want to make sure I'm ready for it.
That's good. That's good. Okay, what else?
That's it with basketball for real. We want to go to the acting?
All
right, so with acting, pretty much that's damn near the same thing because acting, unless you're on a TV show, unless you done made, even if you a person that been on the movie and they made $1 million from that movie, right? That's literally you did that project and now you gotta go to the next. You still gotta audition, and if you're not like a big name like I'm not Michael B. Jordan or Lance Gross, like big names, they book themselves. You feel me? Somebody that's on the come up like me, I got to audition. So people think, for example, I did Peak Valley last year. Well, for this season, but I filmed it last September. It was for 2 days, so I got paid for those 2 days. Literally, I gotta find something else. But people see it come out. I think it came out early this year. I forgot I even did the joint. Came out early this year, or whenever it came out. They'll see me on the show, they think like, oh, he's rich. Like, he's set. No, like,
I got paid for 2 days.
You feel me? And I did those 2 days, and after that, I got to audition for a million other things. And I'm getting, realistically, a week, I'll probably do like at least 25 auditions.
Dang,
I'll probably land a role once like every 2 weeks. Like, sometimes even like, sometimes I'll be hot. I'll land like, for the month, I might get like 5 roles. Good feature, like good money on it, so I'm good. The next 3 months, you might be ice cold. Like you just never know. With acting, it's not a guarantee. And then I don't have an agent, so I'm doing everything off the strength. Me and my mom, we work together, booking shows, booking commercials, whatever. We do that ourselves. No agent. And people don't understand. Like that's tough.
That's even
because you shop.
You gotta look for stuff.
You feel me? So that's probably the thing that with basketball and acting, it's the inconsistency.
Yeah.
But you can't control that. So that's
Right.
why I kind of learned to deal with it and be more positive about it, because I know it's literally something I can't control. The only thing I can control is I got the audition, I'm gonna give it the best I can do, and I'm gonna send it out.
Yeah.
After that, there's nothing I can do.
Exactly.
It's a million people auditioning for the same one role I'm doing.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you just pray, and if
That's
it's for you,
yeah. That's a good mindset to have too. So you won't really like be beating yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a lot of people that be.
Oh no. Back when I first started, I was beating myself up.
Yeah.
Like you gotta really learn and train yourself for it. Like I used to put a lot of my and this would make me do YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
Last December, I used to put, well, this still was the final straw. I put so much of my happiness if I booked a role or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I audition if I don't get it. And I'm talking about like getting deep into it. Like they do me for like callbacks. So I go to the studio, they want to see me again and again.
Yeah.
And then I don't get it. I put so much of my happiness inside of that. I was like, I want to say I'm losing myself, but I'm like, why am I'm emotional about it because I want to do it and I love to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why am I putting my everyday happiness into something that I don't have no control over?
Right,
like,
exactly.
I could have had the best audition,
That's
but if I don't
true.
look like what they want, or if they want somebody more hot, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, that's true. That's basically how I live my life too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the things that you can't control, like it's nothing you can do but just deal with it for real. Like
Exactly.
it's literally nothing you can do.
And go
So
back
that's
positive.
good that you grew into like having that mindset for real. Because yeah, with the inconsistency, you just gotta roll with the punches for
Right.
real. Like
And then that's what put me on YouTube. I'm like, YouTube, I can literally do the same thing, which is showcase my personality, who I am, show face, and I control that. Like I can film whenever I want to. I can put out whatever I want to. I don't have to have a filter, and I can do it every day if I want to.
And
So
that's good, yeah.
Something you can't control.
And you got 1,000 subscribers, so you're doing
facts.
good.
That
That's
from the ground
good,
up.
yeah.
Facts.
Make sure y'all follow him. We're gonna give the information.
Facts.
And-
Bcopedind TV.
Oh yeah, go ahead. But yeah, and then what about rapping? It's the same thing, right?
So, music was like, that's always a hobby. Like, it's still a hobby now.
Yeah.
The way I look at that with the music, like, if something come from it, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm out here chasing that. Like, you know, but I enjoy doing it, so I'm going to always make sure I look at it like, that's my hobby. Like, that's my thing that I do that I like to do. If other people want to hear it, cool.
Yeah.
You
never know.
And the kind of music I was making, I make every kind of music, literally.
Yeah.
So when I went to Portugal the first time in 2019, I'm like, I'm gonna make a little overseas joint with them little that make them go like,
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna see if they mess with it, like literally. So when I got out there, I was shopping around the different clubs and DJs and radio stations. I'm going hard because outside of practice, we ain't doing nothing else. We have one game a week.
And that's it.
Free time as hell. So
yeah.
I'm going to every club. I'm going hard. Like I'm trying to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And then it got into one guy's hands, and he told me he wanted me to come perform. You know, he put me on the radio first. I was the only black artist on the island. So you feel me?
Portugal, like
yeah.
what?
So then did that. Whole island was going crazy with it. And then he had me perform. Sold out show. That's the first show I ever did in my life.
That's good.
And then, so that's kind of why I started being more consistent with it. I want to say I'm taking it more serious, but it just made me, like, the fact that I know I got, and that's how it is with everything with content. When you know you got people wanting your stuff, it's going to make you want to give them some stuff. So
Exactly. Like, it shows you people want to see what you got going on. They want to hear what you got to say. Like, yeah, definitely keep going. Keep doing everything that you're doing because, like I said, the more you remain consistent, stuff is going to start lining up for you. It may not come when you want it to, but it's definitely going to come. Like,
that's a fact.
You know? So, yeah, that's good. All right, so you kind of answered this already, like earlier, like in the beginning of the show. But if there's anything you would have or could have done differently in your life to make an impact on who you are today, what would you have done? You mentioned a delay, it's not denial thing, but
something that make an impact on me today.
Yeah, to make you become the Bakari, be the Bakari that you are today or would like to be. Like, what would you have done differently in your life?
I think I would have. This is the first thing that came to my head. I think I would have.
Say it.
Huh?
That means say it.
Yeah. So I think I probably would have let go of friendships that I feel like I was holding on to for a little bit too long when the signs were there that I should move on. Just because, and not even looking at it as a bad thing, but some friendships like hold you back.
They do.
Like just certain spirits hold you back. And I feel like path that I was on, that I saw for myself, everybody don't have that same goal in life. Like they make you want to do something else. But being around that really does affect your spirit. Like if I'm around somebody that doesn't want to chase, it don't gotta necessarily be what I'm chasing. But if you're not chasing something passionate like me,
you're not motivated.
Yeah, if you're just content in life, then that's gonna affect me, whether I want it to or not. So I held on to a lot of friendships like that.
Yeah.
That with people I still got love for, obviously, but I think people are, what God said, people are seasonal, like for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people were put in my life for that season, for me to learn and just experience whatever they had to bring, and after that, you can't control it. Like,
you can't
control it.
People definitely will teach you the lesson of life that you're supposed to learn in that moment.
Right.
But I've learned too, like sometimes we try to hold on to stuff for so long, maybe it's because like the history that we have with a person or, you know, just all those things. But like you said, if that person is not motivated, but you know you want to do X, Y, and Z in your life, they really going to be holding you back from really like aligning yourself properly how you need to, because you're going to be like, hey, let's get up and do this. Like, let's make some content. It's like, I don't really want to do that. I want to go out and drink or do something like that. And you like, it's not going to help me advance or get nowhere where I want to be. So I think when you at two different, like, completely places in life, like, as far as, like, your mindset, it's time to really let that person go.
Right.
But I definitely agree. Like, I definitely had to let go of some friendships and even, like, just some people that I was just holding on to for a long time. Just basically because of our history. And I felt like I owed them something because, you know, it's this thing I feel like when people, like, mention loyalty, like, you feel like that's your loyalty to that person, to hold on to them and bringing them along with you. But that person is nothing but dead weight. And they gonna be dragging you along the way. You never gonna get to where you want to go. And if you do, you're gonna be dragging trying to get there.
But I would say it is hard, like, accepting that and letting go, especially with somebody that you got history with. It's hard, like, because you love them, like, you feel me, like you love them, you want the best for them, but it's hard, like, leaving somebody behind. Like, it
is hard.
That ain't a good feeling. But
so since you mentioned leaving people behind, when you know you have to cut off these relationships, like these old ties with people, do you be straight forward with them and let them know this is why you're cutting them off, or you just kind of slowly pull yourself away, or do you just let them know straight up, like, you're not really? I
don't think I ever just told somebody, look, we can't be friends no more, because like, that's not even in my spirit. I'm the type of person, you'll keep the vibe from me, like, because especially with somebody who I talk to a lot, most of my people who I call my friends, I talk to them damn near every day, if not every 3 days, even if it's a quick hi and bye. If you don't hear from me after, like, in a few of them, like, you know, all right, something up, like, type vibe.
Okay, but I used to be like that too. Like, I feel like people just supposed to know, like, you could feel my energy or whatever. But what I realized though, like, people really can't read your mind, and I think